Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're setting sail on a voyage through the vast and fascinating world of ships. Now, when it comes to these majestic vessels, there's much more than meets the eye. From the colossal to the nimble, ships come in various shapes and sizes, each tailored for a specific purpose. Vessels are categorized into different types depending on their intended purpose, dimensions, and the nature of the cargo they carry. The design of a merchant ship places significant emphasis on economic considerations. Every ship owner aims for the highest possible return on their investment. This underscores that the construction of a ship is influenced not only by current economic requirements but also by the imperative of ensuring future adaptability. The initial design phase of a vessel slated for construction yields the following information. 1. Dimensions. 2. Displacement. 3. Stability. 4. Propulsive characteristics and hull form. 5. Preliminary general arrangement. 6. Principal structural details. A compilation of diverse ship types and their subdivisions will be provided, encompassing a broad spectrum of vessels currently in operation. The specific category of ship significantly influences the aforementioned parameters. Types of ships. Vessels are primarily categorized into the following types. Container ships. Bulk carrier. Tanker ships. Passenger ships. Naval ships. Offshore ships. Special purpose ships. Container ships. A vessel designed explicitly to accommodate large volumes of cargo packed in various types of containers is commonly known as a container vessel or container ship. Categories of container ships based on sizes. Panamax. Suezmax. Post-Panamax. Post-Suezmax. Post-Malacamax. Refrigerated container vessels. These ships transport refrigerated cargo, primarily stored in refrigerated containers. Bulk carrier vessels. Bulk carriers are a category of ships designed for the transportation of cargoes, typically dry cargo, in large quantities. The cargo carried by these vessels is in loose form, without specific packaging, and commonly includes items such as food grains, ores, coals, and even cement. Conventional bulkers. Geared bulker. Gearless bulker. Self-discharging bulker. Lakers. Bibbo, bulk in, bags out. Some other forms of dry cargo are tramps. A boat or ship engaged in the tramp trade does not have a fixed schedule or published ports of call. Cargo liners. An ocean liner is designed to transport passengers from point A to point B. The classic example of such a voyage would be a transatlantic crossing from Europe to America. Tanker ships. Tanker vessels are specialized ships designed to transport significant quantities of liquid cargo. These tankers are further categorized into different types based on the specific liquid cargo they carry. The main types of tankers are oil tankers. Oil tankers mainly carry crude oil and its byproducts. Liquefied gas carriers. A gas carrier, or gas tanker, is designed to transport LPG, LNG or liquefied chemical gases in bulk. Chemical and product carriers. A chemical tanker is a type of tanker ship designed to transport chemicals and different liquid products in bulk. Other types of tankers. Some other types of tankers are juice tankers, wine tankers, integrated tug barges, etc. Based on their size, tankers are further divided into various types such as VLCC, ULCC, Panamax, Aframax, Suezmax, Capesize, Handymax, lighters, handy, roll-on roll-off ships, RORO is an acronym for roll-on/roll-off. Roll-on/roll-off ships are vessels that are used to carry wheeled cargo. Pure Car Carrier, PCC, and Pure Car and Truck Carrier, PCTC, RORO ships. Container Vessel plus RORO, CONRO, ship. General Cargo plus RORO ship, GENRO, ships. RO-PAX. Complete RORO ships. Passenger ships. Passenger ships, as the name suggests, are mainly used for transiting passengers. They are mainly classified into ferries, vessels used for transiting passengers and vehicles on short-distance routes are called ferries. Cruise ships, mainly used for recreational activities. Cruise ships are like luxurious floating hotels with state-of-the-art facilities. They are further classified as liners, cruise ships, pilgrimage ships, cross-channel ferries, coastal ferries, harbor ferries, Arctic and Antarctic cruises. Offshore vessels. Offshore vessels mainly help in oil exploration and construction jobs at sea. Offshore vessels are of several types. Some of the main ones are supply ship, vessels that supply to offshore rigs. Pipe layers, vessels engages in laying pipes and cables. Crane barges or floating cranes, a crane vessel, crane ship or floating crane is a ship with a crane specialized in lifting heavy loads. Semi-submersible drill rigs, these are mobile offshore drilling units to make stable platforms for drilling oil and gas. Drill ships, a drill ship is a merchant vessel designed for use in exploratory offshore drilling of new oil and gas wells or scientific drilling purposes. Accommodation barges could be a standalone floating hotel or can include accommodation as well as space for cargo. Production platforms, to extract and process oil and natural gas or to temporarily store product until it can be brought to shore for refining and marketing. Floating storage unit, FSU, floating vessel mainly used for storage of oil and byproducts. Floating Production and Storage Unit, FPSO. A floating production storage and offloading unit is a floating vessel used by the offshore oil and gas industry for the production and processing of hydrocarbons and the storage of oil. Anchor handling vessels, these are used for offshore construction and installation operations. Diving vessels, are vessels used by divers for diving in the ocean for underwater jobs. Fishing vessels. Ships or boats used for recreational or commercial fishing at sea are called fishing vessels. Fishing vessels are mainly classified into two types, trawlers and non-trawling vessels. Trawlers, purse seiners, a fishing trawler, also known as a dragger, is a commercial fishing vessel designed to operate fishing trawls. Trawling is a method of fishing that involves actively dragging or pulling a trawl through the water behind one or more trawlers. A purse seine is a large wall of netting deployed around an entire area or school of fish. The seine has floats along the top line with a lead line threaded through rings along the bottom. Once a school of fish is located, a skiff encircles the school with the net. Factory ships, a factory ship, also known as a fish processing vessel, is a large ocean-going vessel with extensive onboard facilities for processing and freezing caught fish or whales. Speciality vessels. Speciality vessels are constructed and used for specific purposes. Tugs, a tugboat, is a boat or ship that maneuvers vessels by pushing or towing them. Tenders, a boat or a larger ship used to service or support other boats or ships, generally to transport people and/or supplies, is called a tender vessel. Pilot crafts are used for the transportation of harbor pilots. Cable layers, cable-laying vessels help in laying cables onto the seabed. Research vessels, they are special types of vessels used to carry out a variety of research at sea. Some of the most common types of research vessels are seismic vessels, hydrographic vessels, oceanographic vessels, polar vessels, etc. Salvage vessels. Salvage vessels are vessels engaged in salvage operation, recovery of lost property at sea. Lightships. A light vessel, or lightship, is a ship that acts as a lighthouse. They are used in waters that are too deep or otherwise unsuitable for lighthouse construction. Barge carriers. A barge is a flat-bottomed boat built mainly for river and canal transport of heavy goods. Timber carriers. Vessels that carry timber. Livestock carriers. Vessels that carry livestock/animals. Icebreaker ships. They are used for cutting ice deposits in extremely cold climate conditions to make waters navigational. High-speed craft. High-speed crafts are a special type of technologically advanced high-performance, typically high-speed, marine vehicles. Though most of these technologies are not used in commercial vessels, a few have been successfully implemented and tested in conventional merchant vessels of small scale. Some of the main types of high-speed crafts are multi-hulls including wave piercers, small waterplane area, twin hull, swath, surface effect ship, SES, and hovercraft, hydrofoil, wing and ground craft, WIG, dredgers. Dredging is an excavation activity usually carried out underwater, in shallow seas or freshwater areas, to gather up bottom sediments and widen. Dredgers are vessels with excavation tools used for removing sand and other types of deposits from the seabed. Dredgers are used for several purposes, such as making shallow coastal areas navigational, deep-sea mining, etc. Dredgers are mainly classified into two types: mechanical dredgers, hydraulic dredgers. Thank you, wonderful viewers, for embarking on this maritime journey with us today. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your engagement fuels our passion for creating content. Stay tuned for more exciting videos ahead. Smooth sailing, and see you in the next one.